Yeah, okay, so October 4th, 2016. We are 11 days out. We're 10 days out from the weigh-in. I guess I'll just shoot a little video. I was supposed to pick up a shift for this girl named Cassie that I work with, but I've been grinding so hard that my work won't even let me work, really. Like, for real, on some real shit. Like, I use hot schedules, and when you release a shift or you pick up a shift, there's like a little box for like your reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so I go click pick up shift. She released it. I click pick up shift, and then in the little box I wrote the grind continues. And one of my managers just denied it because it's for pending approval. You know, maybe I'm gonna get too many hours or whatever, nigga. So, yeah, anyways, we're 10 days out from the weigh-in, and you know, this is a crazy time for real. I mean, I'm not nervous just yet. That's not to say that I won't be though. Uh, I mean, we've been putting the work in. As soon as I'm done shooting this video, I'm about to go get a whole bunch of more work in. And, you know, it's not about reps or sets or rounds or time or anything. It's really only about effort, intention, discipline. You know, you have to have like the discipline to do it every day. You know, you have to have the intention to give a good effort, give your best effort that you got. You know what I mean? And really, like with martial arts, like it's different than other arts, and where like if you were to be, you know, say you're a painter or something, and you paint something and it's really not up to par, you know, like with what you're capable of, you know, that painting's not really going to talk shit to you. There might be people that critique you or whatever in your surroundings or whatnot. If I half-ass on the jiu-jitsu mat, I'm gonna get the shit choked out of me. That's just all there is to it. If I slack in sparring, I'm gonna get socked. You know what I'm saying? It's really, you know, it's closer to that. It's closer to that perfect law. You know, like you can't cheat it. You can't cheat you can't cheat it. You can't cheat yourself. You know what I'm saying? They go hand in hand. But I'm in great shape, and I'm ready. I don't think I can be much more ready, but we got a few more days of going hard. Like I said, right after I'm done making this video, I'm gonna go super hard for hours straight. For hours. You know what I'm saying? There's no real limit. Like I might hit mitts, and then we might do interval sprints, and then might do some medicine ball drills. You know, might go for a long run outside. Like, it really just happens. Like, I put my shit on and I go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this whole fight camp's really been about. I mean, I got Vinny with me, young Castellano, and if you don't know who that is, that was Mike Tyson's trainer. And, you know, we push each other to the limit. So there's a few people who we in our jiu-jitsu gym that will take it there. Will take it there. Like, you know, there's a new guy. He's Brazilian. He just came in, and he's there to help teach and everything. Like, me and him got a good roll in today. He gives Vinny a good roll. He's a brown belt, but you know, I'm a white belt. I choked I try and go to a purple belt today. You know, like, so we're on our way. We're on our way. You know, I don't really have. I guess I didn't really have a too big of a theme for this one. I was thinking about doing it on creativity, but I'll get to that later. You know, you got to be creative enough, have enough vision for instance, I guess I'll go into it a little bit. For instance, like I'm in a shadow box, and I'll warm up. I'll get warmed up. I'll run. I'll sweat. I'll get a good sweat going. Stretch. Start throwing combinations. If for some reason a kick doesn't come out how I want it to, or a punch doesn't feel right, then I'll stretch some more and I'll do whatever it takes for it to feel right. I'll stay out there and keep shadowboxing until it feels right. You know what I mean? Until it feels right. Like Bruce Lee was big on training the technique first, and then when you can't, because you want to train that like when your mind is sharp and when your body is full of energy. And then when you run out, when you start to slack and when that technique starts to suffer a little bit because you're tired, that's when you go into the strength and conditioning, and you try to elevate your body and your tools to that next level to where you can keep the best technique for longer. You know what I mean? Anybody can look really good on the bag, and they might be good at sparring, and then you put them in the clinch, and then all of a sudden they blow out their arms, or you put a little pressure on them, you gas them a little bit, like it's a constant balancing act. If I lift too much weights, then I might get too tight, but there really is no such thing as lifting too much weights. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe you didn't stretch enough. Maybe like really, for real, like maybe you need to do more cardio to loosen up. Maybe you need to do some yoga or something, but there's not really, I don't really think that there's with this whole fight shit that there's overtraining. I think that there's people who don't recover the right way. They don't eat right, they don't sleep right, there's you got to recover, you got to fuel yourself the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, just makes sense. That's common knowledge. This is the shit that people know, but a lot of people will tell you what they know all day long. Who's actually gonna do it though? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out here. I said I was gonna be here, I'm here. I said I was gonna come here and do what I'm doing, and I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how this shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really like that. I don't compare how I'm gonna hold myself with other people. I might study greats. Like, let's not get it wrong. I might study how greats did it before me. But even that, I'm not gonna compare myself and measure myself to these other people. You know what I'm saying? It's really about that internal master. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows what I'm talking about. That voice in your head, and the voice inside, the voice in your heart. Like that you can either choose to listen to, or you can choose not to. And maybe if you didn't listen to it for so long, like that voice gets lost for a while. Maybe but I don't think it's ever like irreconcilable, like you can't get it back or something. It just takes effort and commitment and dedication, a willingness to learn and grow, not being biased. It's like, I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Sometimes I'll get like I'll be thinking about the fight, and I'll be like, I'll be thinking about the fight, and I can different situations, like, and again, this is with shadowboxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give everybody a guitar and tell them to play the same song, but they're gonna play it at a different time, and they're gonna pluck the strings a different kind of way, and no matter how close you try to get to sounding the same, it's gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? So instead of just playing other music that everybody else played, which is good to learn how to do it, we only learn from what other people have showed us, and what is there that's been available to us. Like that realm, it might not be directly from somebody else, but it's in the realm of like our species or life in general, etc., whatever. But like, if I throw a certain combination, you know, a straight punch to the body, like I was working on, Vinny was holding the body shield for me, and I was throwing a spinning heel kick and a straight punch to the body, and I'm southpaw, so my straight punch, you know, to turn over on it and everything, like, it's different than when you're orthodox. That's much more naturally feeling. It feels much more natural to turn over, like on your power punch, like bang, just turn over on it. Like, feels much more natural. So it takes some good amount of training, but in the same way, like that, it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? Because my jab feels much more natural, and if you have a good lead, if you got a good jab, you have a good lead. You have a way into this whole fighting deal. You know what I'm saying? You want to be first. I'm not so much worried about what this other guy's doing. I'm just doing what I need to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go do what I need to do. Y'all stay tuned. Peace.